Hi students, good evening to all. Today video section is in chemistry, types of chemical reactions. Types of chemical reactions already one of our teacher taught. So in continuation of types of chemical reaction I am going to teach now. Before going to the lessons, I am giving some general information regarding this video section. Our management providing you a wonderful opportunity. You should go through, you should use this opportunity properly. You take your textbook and go through. While you are watching the videos, you go through this also. Then you can utilize the proper way. Then only you can, this will be very useful for you. Don't skip the video. You should watch the entire videos. Let's go for the classes directly to the video section. In types of chemical reaction, the classification based on rearrangements of atoms. Rearrangements of atom, the first classification is combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction. These three reactions already you have learnt. Now you are going to study the continuation of the types of reactions, double displacement reaction, combustion reactions, and reversible reactions, irreversible reactions. Next, one more topic also you are going to study in this period, that is rate of chemical reaction. Let's go one by one in very detail. Before starting of double displacement reactions, shall I ask some questions regarding your previous lesson? That means in your last type of chemical reactions. I am going to ask you in that displacement reaction only. In displacement reactions, can you answer for that questions? The question is, which of the following metals displaces hydrogen gas from hydrochloric acid? Just to, you should carefully watch the questions. Which of the following metals displaces hydrogen gas from hydrochloric acid? The metals are silver and zinc. Can you answer for this question? In among these two metals, which is the metal displaces hydrogen gas? Yes, zinc is the metal displaces hydrogen gas. How you are answered? Why silver does not displaces hydrogen gas from hydrochloric acid? Can you answer for your question? Good, nice. Because silver is less reactive than that of hydrogen gas, because in rearrangements of atoms in chemical series, the silver is placed below the hydrogen gas, the zinc is placed above the hydrogen gas in the series, so that zinc is more reactive than that of hydrogen gas. Then only zinc is displaces hydrogen from hydrochloric acid. Let's go to our today classes. Double displacement reaction. In double displacement reactions, before understanding the meaning of double displacement reactions, let us perform a small activity. We take two beaker. In one beaker, 20 ml of lead nitrate solution we take. In another beaker, we take 20 ml of potassium iodide. We may mix the two solutions, that is lead nitrate solution mixed with potassium iodide, that you know both the solutions are colorless. When we are mixing lead nitrate to the potassium iodide solution, we could observe immediately the color forms. What is the color forming? Can you answer? Yes, good. The color is yellow in color. How does the reaction takes place? The reaction takes place by rearrangements of ion. Let's go the chemical reaction, this reaction into the equation part. What is that? What we are taken in the first beaker? In first beaker we are taking lead nitrate, that is PbNO3 twice. This is the formula of lead nitrate. The second beaker what we are taken? We are taken potassium iodide. The formula of potassium iodide is Ki. When lead nitrate is mixed with potassium iodide, here the product obtained is lead iodide, the additional product is potassium nitrate. Here lead iodide in the precipitate form is obtained. What color precipitate could you observe? You are observing yellow color, no? That yellow color precipitate is obtained. How does the reaction takes place? Here the reaction takes place by rearrangements of these two compounds ions. By the rearrangements of these two compounds ion. What is ion here in lead nitrate? The lead nitrate split up into Pb2 plus and NO3 minus. Likewise, potassium iodide also split into Ki and I minus. When these two compounds ions are interchanged, that is a point you should observe here. What is lead ion is mixed with iodine. Then this potassium is rearrangement with nitrate. When lead Pb2 plus with 2I minus, this is converted into PbI2. Then K plus with NO3 minus, that is nitrate, that forms potassium nitrate. This is also aqueous solution. This is solid precipitate form. This is also aqueous, and even this is also aqueous solution. Here what you are going to understand, no? The rearrangements of ion only, the precipitate takes place. So that precipitate color is yellow precipitate. Let's go for the definition now very clearly. When the two compounds are mixed, what is that? When the two compounds are mixed, if there are interchange of ions, by interchanging of ion, the additional, that is new product is obtained. That products, one product must be the precipitate, another product will be the water. What is the definition? When two compounds are mixed, if their ions are interchanged, then the reaction is called double displacement reaction. Double displacement reaction. This is the definition for double displacement reaction. This example is very clearly states what is double displacement reactions. Let's go the types of double displacement reactions. The first type of double displacement reaction is precipitation reaction. What is that? Precipitation reaction. The second type is neutralization reaction. This precipitation reaction is new for you. Neutralization reactions, you have learned this in your lower classes. First we go one by one in very detail. First reaction is precipitation reaction. When the two compounds are mixed, the precipitate is obtained. That reaction is called precipitation reactions. For example, here we can assume one activity. We take barium chloride in one test tube. In another test tube, we take sodium sulfate. We know that the sodium sulfate and barium chloride are colorless aqueous solutions. When these two are mixed, they are immediately forming precipitate, that is insoluble compound is forming. Additionally, one soluble compound is obtained. Let's go for the equation type. The formula of barium chloride is BaCl2, sodium sulfate is Na2SO4, both are aqueous. When these two aqueous solutions are mixed, here you could observe the precipitate is forming. This down-headed arrow mark indicate this compound is in precipitate form, that is this is insoluble compound. Additional product is obtained, that is sodium chloride. Here one is insoluble compound, another one is soluble compound is obtained. This is barium sulfate is solid, this sodium chloride is aqueous solutions. In any chemical reaction that precipitate is obtained, such a reaction is called precipitation reactions. Here barium sulfate is precipitate. In before double displacement we have given one example, no? that lead iodide forming. That lead iodide also a precipitate. Such a reactions are example for the precipitation reactions. We go for the another type of reaction. That reaction is called neutralization reaction. What is that? Neutralization reaction. This you are very familiar. In your lower classes, you have learnt the reaction of acid with base. When the acid react with base, that forms salt and water. Such a reaction is called neutralization reaction. Even the neutralization reaction takes place in our daily life also. So such for we can take a general example for that neutralization reactions. We take sodium hydroxide. This you know that sodium hydroxide is strong base. When the strong base is mixed with hydrochloric acid, the hydrochloric acid, it is a strong acid. When the strong base mixed with strong acid, these two are neutralized one another. That means completely neutralized by one another. They are forming sodium chloride. Then additional product is water. What is that? One product is salt, that is common salt that you know very well. That is sodium chloride. Another byproduct is water. Such a reaction is called neutralization reaction. Here the concentration of base is completely neutralized by concentration of an acid. Such a reaction is called neutralization reactions. So here that I have given the definition for the double displacement reaction. No, in double displacement reaction, one of the product must be either salt or water. Here there is a water is obtained, even salt also there is a product that should be, otherwise this is also a salt, it is in the precipitate form of salt, insoluble compound is obtained. So these two types are comes under the double displacement reaction. Earlier we have discussed their chemical reactions based on rearrangements of atom. Now next classification, it is based on direction of the reaction. Based on the direction of the reaction are of two types. One is called irreversible chemical reaction. What is that? Irreversible chemical reaction. Another one is called reversible chemical reaction. Based on the direction of the reactions, the reaction are of two types. One is irreversible chemical reaction, another one is reversible chemical reactions. Let's go one by one in detail. First, what is irreversible chemical reactions? The reaction, we take example, the coal, the chemical formula, the chemical name of coal is carbon. When the carbon react with the oxygen, when the coal is combust, these two form carbon dioxide. What is that? These two forming carbon with oxygen, that forms carbon dioxide. Carbon it is solid, oxygen is gas, that forming compound is carbon dioxide is gas. When the carbon converted into carbon dioxide, this will not be reversed. What is that? The carbon dioxide is not reversed by the forming of carbon and oxygen. This is not possible. So that this reaction is called irreversible chemical reaction. So let's go the definition for irreversible chemical reactions. The irreversible chemical reaction, it is a reaction that cannot be reversed. What is that? The reaction cannot be reversed. That means the product does not interchange, that is changed into reactant. Such a reaction is called irreversible chemical reactions. So we go another example also. Methane react with oxygen, that form carbon dioxide and water, this with the addition of heat. This is also, it is an example of irreversible chemical reactions, because we can give innumerable chemical reactions for irreversible chemical reactions. So let's go another type of direction of chemical reaction, that is a reversible chemical reaction. This is very important reactions in this based on the direction of the reactions, because this is new to you. The second type of direction of the reaction, the second one is reversible chemical reactions. The definition of reversible chemical reaction is, the reversible chemical reaction is the reaction that can be reversed. What is that? The reaction can be reversed. Such a reaction is called reversible chemical reaction. For example, PCl5, this is in gaseous state. When PCl5 dissociate into PCl3 gas and chlorine gas, that is phosphorus trichloride and chlorine gas. By dissociation of PCl5, this converted into PCl3 and chlorine. Again this product is interchanged. Again this product is converted back to the reactant, that is PCl5. What is that? At present, initially the reactant gets converted PCl3 and chlorine. This reaction is called forward reaction. That is, what is this arrow mark is indicate the reaction is forward. That means PCl5 dissociate into PCl3 and Cl2. After changing of that, again that reaction is converted back, that is the reaction is back to that. So this arrow mark indicate the reaction is backward. The PCl3 combines with the chlorine, that forms PCl5. This reaction is backward reactions. What is that? The reaction is initially forward, again the reaction is backward. Such a reaction is called a reversible chemical reaction. What is that? Reversible chemical reactions. In chemical reaction that can be reversed, such a reaction is called reversible chemical reactions. Initially the forward reaction is fast, then the backward reactions. That means the reactant gets converted to product, that rate is faster. Initially PCl5 dissociate into PCl3 and Cl2, that reactant, that is forward reaction is favored to that. At certain stage the PCl3 react with the chlorine by increasing concentration of PCl3 and Cl2, that will be backward to form the PCl5. That reaction, that is at one stage, that both reactant, that means the forward reaction and backward reactions are same. Such a reaction, such a state is called equilibrium state. What is that? Such in one time, one particular situation, the rate of forward reaction as well as the rate of backward reactions are uniform, that means the same. Such a reaction, such a state is called equilibrium state. This is an example of, best example for reversible chemical reactions. That means forward reaction which is equal to backward reactions. Now this state is called equilibrium state. What is that? This state is called equilibrium state. But in this state, initially forward reaction is favor. One particular time the concentration of the product side is increases, there the backward reaction is takes place. On such a fine moment, these two reactions are at uniform, that means at the same. Such a state is called equilibrium state. This only possible in reversible chemical reactions. Next our topic is rate of chemical reactions. Before knowing the meaning of rate of chemical reactions, let's see some of the reactions I have written on the board. The reactions namely digestion of food, the second one is rusting of iron, the third one is burning of petrol, the last reaction is weathering of rocks. Among these reactions, can you determine which is fast, that is which is fastest reaction and which is slowest reactions? Can you determine this? Yes. Oh, okay, you can determine which is fastest among these. How could you determine which is fastest? The reactant will be completely converted into product. That means in a particular time, the reactant gets converted into the product. By the rate, just you determine which is fastest and which is slowest. Am I right? Okay. Now, which is fastest? Can you say? Among this fastest reaction? Yes. The burning of petrol is fastest. Very good. We take some quantity of petrol that can be converted into the energy, the heat energy, that will be the fastest. Among this, which is slowest? Weathering of rocks is slowest. Good. This is the slowest reactions. Then we can be order this reaction into the decreasing order. That means fastest to slowest. So we go burning of petrol is fastest, then weathering of rocks. So this to be the fastest and slowest. There are remaining two reactions are there, digestion of food and rusting of iron. In these two, which is fastest and which is slowest? Digestion of food is fastest and rusting of iron is slowest. Among these two, can you arrange these into decreasing order by fastest to slowest? So burning of petrol is fastest. Next to this, digestion of food is fastest. So this to be written as burning of petrol greater than that of digestion of food. It is greater than that of rusting of iron. It is greater than that of weathering of rocks. So such a reactions we can be rate, we can be named by the product obtained for unit time, which is fastest and which is slowest. So this is the basic idea. We go for the topic rate of chemical reaction. Let us consider a simple reactions, that is A gives B. That means here in this reaction, A is reactant, B is product. When the A is react, that forms into B. Let's we write the rate for the reactions. For writing rate which is equal to, that is minus d, A is within the square bracket, by dt, which is equal to plus dB, B is written in the square bracket by dt. Here you could know what is here is written. A within the square bracket, no, this is the concentration of reactant A. B also written in the square bracket, no, this is concentration of product B. What is that? This indicate concentration of A, this square bracket indicate concentration of B. A is reactant, B is the product. In this, there are negative and positive sign is indicates. The negative sign indicates is decreasing the concentration of the reactant A. The positive sign indicates increasing the concentration of product B. That means in a whatever the chemical reaction takes place, the reactant concentration is decreases while the product concentration is increases. That means the reactant is decreases concentration, product will be the increases the concentration. This will be for unit time. Let's go the definition for the rate of chemical reaction. A rate of chemical reaction, it is the reactions that change in concentration. What is change in concentration of any one of the reactant and product for unit time. This is the definition for the rate of chemical reaction. What is that? Change in concentration of any one of the reactant and product for unit time, for the particular time. So here what we have given the example, the given example, concentration of A is decreases, the concentration of B is increases. That means the concentration is changed. reactant concentration is decreases, the product concentration is increases. This is the definition and explanation for the rate of chemical reactions. Let's go for the what are the factors influencing the rate of chemical reactions. While the reaction takes place, what are the factors or influences the rate of chemical reactions? Let's go one by one, that will be in very detail. What are the factors influence the rate of chemical reactions? There are mainly 6 factors influences the rate of chemical reactions. What are they? One is nature of the reactant, second one is concentration of the reactant, third one is temperature, fourth one is pressure, fifth one is catalyst, at last surface area of the reactant. Let's go how these factors influence the rate of chemical reactions in detail. The first factor, what is? Yes, nature of reactant. Nature of reactant, how influence the rate of chemical reactions. For this, we assume some of the activity for this. We take the metal sodium. The metal sodium, first we are added into hydrochloric acid. Then same metal, we take another one test tube, that in the test tube we added acetic acid. What is that? In first test tube contains sodium with hydrochloric acid. In the second test tube contains sodium with acetic acid. Could you observe which among these 2 test tube the liberation of hydrogen gas is faster? Yes, the hydrochloric acid is added, no? In the test tube the liberation of hydrogen gas is faster. Why no? Do you know the reason for that? The reason is hydrochloric acid is stronger than acetic acid. The hydrochloric acid is strong acid, the acetic acid is weak acid, so that the strong acid hydrochloric acid is added to the sodium that liberate hydrogen gas in very faster. Even the acetic acid also react with the sodium, but the rate of liberation of hydrogen gas is slower than that of hydrochloric acid. Let's write this explanation with the equation type. What is the symbol of sodium? Na. Hydrochloric acid, good, HCl. When sodium react with HCl, what is the product? The product is sodium chloride. The gas which is liberation is hydrogen gas. Here 2 HCl, here 2 Na. For the balancing the equations, here 2 NaCl. Now you could see here the reactant side with the product side the balance. Here 2 sodium atom, in this product also 2 sodium atom. Here 2 hydrogen atom is present in the reactant. In this product 2 hydrogen atom also present. The chlorine we have to be check. We have to be check the chlorine, 2 chlorine atom, good. In this product how many chlorine atoms are there? In this product side also 2 chlorine atoms. So now this reaction is balanced chemical reactions. This reaction takes place in faster rate because sodium displaces hydrogen very faster in rate, because hydrochloric acid present hydrogen, no, that it is the stronger, sodium can easily liberate hydrogen gas. So second, in the second test tube what is contained? What is contained in the second test tube? Yes, the second test tube contain sodium with acetic acid. The formula of acetic acid is CH3COOH. Yes, so there what is the product is obtained? CH3COO-Na, that is sodium acetate is the product. Even this also hydrogen gas is liberation. But the rate of reactions here, there is 2 the equation balancing here, 2 CH3COOH, 2 CH3COO-Na, here 2 Na, the hydrogen gas is. This reaction is slow. What is? Hydrochloric acid added sodium, that first test tube liberation of hydrogen gas is faster. Acetic acid added with the sodium, that is in the second test tube, liberation of hydrogen gas is slower. What is that here the point? So here in this, the reactant nature is influence the rate of chemical reactions. Stronger acid it influences, the reaction will be positive. Weaker, this is weaker acid, acetic acid. The weaker acid is influences, the rate of reaction is slower. So this is the first point, is you could see how the nature of reactant influences the rate of chemical reactions. Let's go for the second one. What is the second factors influence the rate of reactions? The second factor is concentration of the reactant. For this also we could perform a activity. We take granulated zinc, that is 5 gram granulated zinc in the test tube. Both the test tube we take. In the both the test tube, zinc, granulated zinc in the same amount, that is 5 gram. In the first test tube, no, that we should add 1 mole hydrochloric acid. How many moles? How much hydrochloric acid we should add it? 1 mole hydrochloric acid we should add in the first test tube. In the second test tube, we should add 2 mole hydrochloric acid. Now we should observe how the reaction takes place. In first test tube, how much hydrochloric acid added? What is the number of moles? 1 mole. Good. In the second test tube, how much? 2 mole. In the both the test tube, hydrogen gas is liberation. Could you observe the gas which is liberated from the test tube? Yes. In which test tube the liberation of hydrogen gas is faster? Good. In the second test tube. How? How do you observe this? What is actually that takes place in this? Here, the concentration of reactant is higher. What concentration? Hydrochloric concentration is higher in the second test tube. So the concentration is higher, so that the reaction also will be the higher. Let's go this in the equation type. What is that? We take zinc, symbol of zinc is Zn, with hydrochloric acid, that is HCl. The product is zinc chloride, that is ZnCl2. Liberation of hydrogen gas, that is H2 is liberated. Here 2 mole hydrochloric acid is taken, no, that it will be the faster than that of it is 2 mole, 1 mole hydrochloric acid, because the hydrochloric concentration is higher in the second test tube. So higher the concentration, the reaction rate will be higher. That means the concentration also influences rate of chemical reactions. Greater the concentration, greater will be the rate of reactions. That you should observe, you should understand in that the second point, that is concentration of the reactant. Next go, how temperature influence the rate of chemical reactions. We take this is for this also we take some example. Calcium carbonate, that you know the formula of calcium carbonate is CaCO3. The general name for the calcium carbonate, marble chips and limestone, that is also a calcium carbonate. We take marble chips here. Marble chips in a test tube. In that we add hydrochloric acid. While adding hydrochloric acid into the test tube, the marble chips liberated hydrogen gas is slower. Even the carbon dioxide gas is slower. Calcium carbonate with hydrochloric acid, that liberate carbon dioxide gas in the slower. When we are increasing the temperature, that means when we are heated the test tube, the liberation of carbon dioxide gas is faster. Before heating the test tube, the liberation of carbon dioxide is slower. When we are heating the test tube, the liberation of carbon dioxide is faster. How? So that will be the temperature here influences the rate of chemical reactions, that we can be so in the equation type. The formula of calcium carbonate, that is CaCO3, when it is mixed with hydrochloric acid. So here when this is heated, here this forms, the product is calcium chloride. Here the gas liberation is carbon dioxide gas, the additional product is water. Calcium carbonate, HCl, that is 2 moles of HCl. Calcium chloride is the product, this is the salt. Then carbon dioxide gas is liberation. Before increasing the temperature, that means at room temperature the reaction is slower. What is that? At room temperature the reaction is slower. When we are increases above the room temperature, the reaction will be faster. That means by liberation of carbon dioxide gas is faster. So that you could understand what here, no? The temperature influence the rate of chemical reactions. That means greater the temperature, the greater will be the rate of chemical reactions. Let's go for the next factor, that is how pressure influence the rate of chemical reactions. Pressure. How pressure influence the rate of chemical reactions. For this we take example. Two gases reactant we take. For example, we take hydrogen, this is in the gaseous form, gas, and chlorine, this also in the form of gas. When these two are mixed, what is that? When hydrogen mixed with chlorine, while mixing, these two are gases, when the pressure is applied, by applying the pressure, this will becomes closer. Hydrogen and chlorine gets closer, that is comes closer. By coming closer, the reaction will be takes place. What is that? By coming closer, it collides one another, that forms hydrochloric acid, that is hydrogen chloride. This is also in the gaseous form. What is that? We are increasing the pressure of hydrogen and chlorine. These two are comes closer by colliding one another, that forms hydrogen chloride gas. So the here the gas is forming, that compound is forming. When the hydrogen chloride gas is dissolved in water, that forms hydrochloric acid. That is the different. Here what you could understand, no? The pressure, by increasing the pressure, the reaction rate will be increases. That means when the pressure increases, the reaction rate will be the increases, so that the pressure also influence the rate of chemical reactions. We take another example also, that is very simple example, that the carbon dioxide gas. When the carbon dioxide gas dissolved in water, that forms carbonic acid, that is soda, for making soda. By applying the pressure of carbon dioxide gas, the greater carbon dioxide dissolved in water. By increasing the pressure of carbon dioxide, we can dissolve more amount of carbon dioxide into the water, that forms soda. That means it is carbonic acid. That we know when we are opening that soda, their bubbles will be comes out, no? That gas is nothing, it is a carbon dioxide gas. So here gas, that is pressure gas is increases, dissolving carbon dioxide in water also increases. So this is also, it is a factor which influence the rate of chemical reaction, that comes under pressure. When they increase the pressure, the rate will be the increases. We go for the next, that is fifth one, catalyst. How catalyst influence the rate of chemical reactions. We take a simple example for this. We take potassium chlorate, that is the formula of potassium chlorate is KClO3. When the potassium chlorate is heated, what is that? When the potassium chlorate is heated, this forms potassium chloride and oxygen gas. Balancing. When the potassium chlorate is heated, here it liberate oxygen gas. So in the same reaction, when we are added manganese dioxide, that is the formula of manganese dioxide is MnO2. After addition of manganese dioxide into potassium chloride, when this mixture will be heated, the liberation of oxygen gas will be very faster. After addition of potassium, that is manganese dioxide into potassium chloride, the liberation of oxygen gas is faster. You may ask one question here, sir, what is the role of manganese dioxide here, sir? Yes, good. What is the role, no? So here manganese dioxide acts as, what is that? Catalyst. What is the term here? Catalyst. The role of catalyst is it is increases the reaction rate. It does not involving the composition. That means it is not involving the forming of composition, that is composition of potassium chloride and oxygen. It only the role is it should be influences rate of reactions. It induces the rate of reactions by the liberation of oxygen gas. So let's go the what is the definition of catalyst. Catalyst, it is the substance which alter the rate of chemical reactions without undergoing any change in concentration or the composition. It should not be form any composition in the product side. Only role of catalyst is it should induce the reaction rate by increasing the liberation of oxygen gas. So this is the how catalyst influences the rate of chemical reactions. So the catalyst is influences rate of chemical reaction in this manner. There is, next we go, last factor of influence the rate of chemical reaction is surface area of the reactant. The last factor, the rate of chemical reactions is surface area of the reactant. How the surface area of the reactant influence the rate of chemical reactions? So this we could take some example. We take marble chips in one test tube. In another test tube we take powdered form of calcium carbonate. Both, even marble chips also a calcium carbonate, even the powdered form of calcium carbonate, both we take in the different test tube, that is test tube A and test tube B. What is in A test tube what we are taken? Calcium carbonate in powdered form. In test tube B what we are taken? Same calcium carbonate, this is in the marble chips. In these two test tube we add hydrochloric acid. What we add? We add hydrochloric acid in the both the test tube. We should observe in which test tube the reaction will be faster. Either in marble chips with the hydrochloric acid or powdered form of calcium carbonate with the hydrochloric acid. Among these test tube, the test tube A, the powdered form of calcium carbonate liberate carbon dioxide gas in greater form. That means it forms calcium chloride. Then additional product is carbon dioxide. Then one more byproduct is water. The liberation of carbon dioxide gas is faster in powdered form of calcium carbonate. In other test tube is there, no? This is also, it forms calcium chloride and carbon dioxide gas and byproduct is water. But this reaction is slow in rate. This reaction is fast in rate. What is the reason behind on this? Can you identify the reason why the calcium carbonate is powdered form liberate carbon dioxide gas in greater form than that of marble chips? Yes. The powdered form of calcium carbonate offer more surface area. That means the hydrochloric acid is react completely with the powdered form of calcium carbonate that liberate carbon dioxide gas in faster rate than that of marble chips. Marble chips surface area is very smaller. That means it does not have surface area. Powdered form have more surface area, so that more surface area, that means greater the surface area, greater will be the rate of reaction, so that the powdered form of calcium carbonate mixed with the hydrochloric acid that liberate carbon dioxide gas in very faster. So this is the reason for that, how surface area of the reactant influence the rate of chemical reactions. Let us conclude today our video section. Today our video sections we have seen double displacement reactions. In that there are two types of double displacement reactions. One is precipitation reaction, another one is neutralization reactions. Second part we have seen the types of chemical reactions based on direction of the reactions. Based on the direction of the reactions, there are two directions. One is reversible chemical reaction, another one is irreversible chemical reactions. That also we have discussed very clearly. The last topic of our section is rate of chemical reactions. We could see the definition of rate of chemical reactions and factors influencing the rate of chemical reactions. What are the factors? One is concentration of the reactant, second one is nature of the reactant, third one is temperature, then fourth one is pressure, then fifth one is catalyst, last one is surface area of the reactant. So these also we have discussed in these sections. So dear students, you should watch the entire video. Then if you have any doubt, you should ask me. Then you should put any question in that classes. That means in WhatsApp you should put any doubt you should arise in your questions. Then you should go through entire lessons and line by line. That is very important. Don't skip the video. This will be very useful. Thank you.